Alright, welcome back to episode 2 of Relax, You're Doing Fine. I want to thank you all for the success that the first video had. I wasn't aware of how fast it would take off, so I want to thank all of you who follow me on Twitch, who gave me very good support, as well as all you Redditors out there. Really helped to give me some feedback and help this thing take off. So very surprised, but also very grateful. So thank you guys for that. I did listen to all your suggestions about how you wanted to see a couple things for the next episode. So hopefully I found a gameplay that kind of fits that. In this game, I, like always, chatting with my team before everything's picked. I had called mid, gave a couple hero choices that I wanted to play, just to kind of give the flavor of what I'm going to do for this game. And I'm sure all of you had these kind of games where you're chatting up early and someone snags a pick from you and calls your lane, and everyone's kind of like, were you watching the chat at all? What are you doing? But instead of raging, instead of getting mad, what your goal is to do is kind of work with the team, see what role needs to be filled, and kind of go from there. I'd rather have a game where I'm playing a position where I'm not as good at, but we have that position instead of not having it at all. So in this case, having a support instead of not having a support at all is better than me kind of raging and still picking a mid hero, maybe fighting him forward or whatnot. But we're gonna skip ahead here a little bit. Kago is the guy who kind of takes my spot without chatting, and we'll figure out here kind of a couple surprising picks, but let's get into it. We have the Kago who stole my role, a little bit bitter still. That's okay. We have Kago in mid as Necro. We have an off lane Spirit, and we have a farming Slaughter who got random, so a little bit extra starting gold, extra stout shield for him. And we have a first time that I have seen in a game with myself, a jungling Terrorblade. So I have of course seen a video or two on Reddit or on YouTube as well, for people showing how to jungle Terrorblade. I've seen it done successfully a couple times. It's very borderline efficient. If you mess up a couple times, it becomes not worth it. But I've seen it done successfully a couple times where you get some nice levels. You can push an offlane or a mid tower down and get that gold boost and then go back to the jungle for a little bit. But he is kind of being harassed by the mid and our carry right now for picking obviously a jungle Terrorblade. And I guess for this item choice, they're arguing that this new patch, I guess the slippers of agility aren't the efficient way of going about it. They're telling him that you're supposed to go circlets, I guess. I don't know. I haven't done it myself, so I don't know what is the best way to go about it, or I have not watched enough people do it. But anyway, I am trying to keep the peace, telling him we just need to give Terrorblade a little space. Even if he's not doing it correctly, it could still work out and it could be huge. Let's play a safe early game and kind of rely on him coming out of the jungle beast mode and helping our other carries take us to victory. So let's go over their team. They have also a very greedy lineup, and looks like for some reason a support Gyrocopter who has picked up the wards, and a courier going top lane with the PA, and a jungling Doom who has picked up obviously the wrong starting items, and our offlane Broodmother, who you will see is a pain in my ass the entire game. A little skirmish up top here.
What have we here?
Not too much going down, but right now I pick up an illusion rune. I have very limited starting items because I was forced to pick up the courier and the wards. You can see my awesome support items that I have, the donkey, and I'm kind of just chilling up here. I know the brood's here. I'm just waiting to get a little harass and hopefully get some denies with the illusion rune that I have started out. Alright. You have to forgive me, my voice is a little dry. I just had a huge fail moment in where I had hit the start streaming button instead of start recording on my open broadcast software. So as I was thinking I was recording the second episode of Relax You're Doing Fine, I was actually streaming it to all of my viewers who were trying to help me out and message me, but I was ignoring the messages because I was in the middle of streaming. So this is actually the second time I'm recording this. Little upsetting, but nonetheless probably a little bit of good practice for what I'm trying to do in the long run, I guess. Okay, so we are seeing some basic farming right now, nothing too crazy. Broodmother is picking up some nice last hits because I do not have any sentries yet. I just pick them up right now to kind of contest and spam. The Broodmother has gotten the fast soul ring, which is going to be very annoying for myself and my hard carry. So I don't actually see him put this ward down. Later game, well, figuring out from the replays, this helps him a ton and helps him secure some nice farm and kills. So we go on him now with the vision that I have. I thought we could get a kill. We might have overlapped the stuns a little bit, and I end up falling to first blood on the offlaner. Probably about the worst thing you can do, besides having first blood mid. Second worst thing to do. I had underestimated the spiderling power. While I was attacking and stunning the brood, he had his 6 spiders on me the whole time, dealing 18 damage each. It really adds up, especially for level 1. We also get the first blood on, or the a second kill on the Earth Spirit. It looks like they comboed the missile, as well as a slow from PA, and then the rocket barrage. So Terrorblade, killed by neutrals. I guess that's the way you're supposed to do it. You buy your stuff as most efficient as possible and get back to the jungle. So we're getting forced out of the lane now that the Broodmother has early levels and nice starting items. So he, or I guess is it a she, is sitting on about 1k. So we have the courier go down in mid, kind of annoying. Good news is that the bottle was delivered on our mid, but they also get the courier kill. So a little bit annoying, but could be a lot worse. Back down here in bottom, we're still fighting goddamn 20 spiders, and I'm just trying to stay safe, knowing that I had given up first blood. So I'm trying to right click some of these spiders down, trying to give a couple to slaughter just in case. He doesn't see that I'm going for bottom rune and overextends, and I have an opportunity to come in. Fortunately, I get the kill, but also die here. If I didn't get that kill, we would have been in real trouble. But still, Broodmother is doing a perfect job. He's getting done what he needs to get done. It would have been better if maybe I'm trading my life for the Broodmother's life, but Brood is killing our carry and then giving the kill to me, so not helping at all. So Broodmother's having a great start. He's sitting on his soul ring and almost 2k gold at 4 minutes. He's also level 5 at almost 5 minutes. Really having a great lane for him. You guys wanted to see a game where I'm having a shit start, and great example. This is it. I'm out of my element at this point and really not sure how to come back from obviously a support game, which I don't know how to play that well, in a lane where we have, or a game where we have a jungling Terrorblade, which I don't also have a lot of experience with. So we get kind of feedback over the mic that the Necro wants to come bottom. while as we're going to send the Slaughter to mid. The Necro has a little more sustain with the healing from the Death Pulse, as well as the Harass on the Spiders and Brood with the Sadist. So might prove a little bit better for lanes. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm still getting harassed by Spiders. I'm trying to keep the Brood at bay. Spiders too tanky at this point. I'm getting real low, and we're going to see another death on my part. He comes in for the quick spawn Spiderlings and kills me for the 3rd time in 6 minutes. Awful support start. I am, at this point, I need to stop saying that. That was one of the suggestions last time. But I am apologizing over the mic, saying I need to do better and be more careful. Trying to just keep the morale there, letting him know I'm messing up, and I'm going to try to fix it. Always nice to do. If you're the one feeding, always nice to recognize that and kind of let your team know that you're going to try to fix it. So we see the levels are in their favor. Off lane are leading as well as their mid. Let's go to the last hits. The PA safe lane is leading. Now the Brood has taken second, and the jungling Doom is doing quite well, and then our Necro sitting in second. So the Necro gets the Brood, or our courier killed again. Not sure what he was watching, because Brood was attacking this creep wave while the courier was flying in. Maybe something I should have been watching as well. But then he also dies, and they end up pushing this tower. So, 7 minutes in, it's 2-9. Brood is huge, sitting with 3,500 gold, about to be 4K in 7 minutes. Right now, over the mic, I wish you guys can kind of hear that instead of having everyone type. It's a little harder to point stuff out when everyone has mics and is kind of chatting it up. But at this point, we're kind of I guess the Slaughter and the mid Necro are kind of arguing back and forth on what we should do, kind of blaming the Terrorblade for his pick and how he hasn't really helped out yet. But really, not much he can do at this point. He needs at least 8 to 10 minutes to come online decently. I didn't throw a stun there because they had 2 players and would have gotten the kill anyways. I need to save my mana just in case I can save someone. Wouldn't have been worth it, still would have died. I would have less mana pool. So, leading the last hits is the Brood still, and their 3 players. Terrorblade is making quite a nice comeback. Even though they have map position and really the warding going on, they've kind of left him alone. Not sure if they know if he's jungling or not, or what he's doing, but they haven't really seen him at this point, so they should know that he is off the map and jungling somewhere, and they probably need to start exploring the area, but they're not. Not sure if he's doing well or not. I guess I can learn later on if he's being efficient or not. He looks to be, decent. He's got more last hits than the Doom, and I think he's got him in level as well, tied in level. But either way, as far as we're concerned, we don't know what he's doing, the Doom, and we're worried. We're having a tough time against the Brood. He's attracting 3 or 4 players at a time to kind of battle him. Not really spending his money. Not sure what he's saving up for. If I were playing this Brood, I would have picked up items right as you get them. It helps with the pushing power and for the mid-game kills. Usually go into treads, into a Yasha, and then maybe pick up, if the team fight's starting, pick up your BKB. If you're still pushing, maybe Necro or maybe Manta. But we try to go for the Brood kill here. I'm really slow. I have no items. He doesn't tell me that he's dusting, so I kind of trail off. Decide not to get myself killed as well, because I figure they're TPing at this point. But luckily enough, Spirit does a great job and trades his life. Gets the kill, dominating streak, and the experience for the Brood. Great trade. Also creates a lot of space, drawing 4 to the bottom lane, while we're still, buying time and kind of consoling the TB, and hopefully he doesn't rage. Brood go ahead and buys his second Necro book. Straight up in cash. Not sure why he wouldn't buy pieces. But either way, we have Terrorblade pushing mid, finally coming out of the jungle and showing his presence. I think this is what you're supposed to do at like level 5, but maybe he couldn't come to our lane because the brood was so overpowered. Could be a possibility. Awesome deny on Terrorblade there. We TP in for the backup, silence and stun the Invoker, and we win our first team fight. Little reassuring there, since we got the deny, even though it was a death on our carry, they didn't get the gold for it. Turns out to be a benefit to us. A little more chip damage on the tower, and we decide to kind of break up. We have a nice split push going on by Necro, getting some free farm as well, which we need. And their brood is pushing the bottom as well. So now I have a little cash because of the kill on the Invoker I had picked up, and I forget where my other kill was. So I pick up, obviously, observers and sentries, and try to do my role as a support, get a nice swap here. But I just don't have the movement speed to catch up to him with these spiders slowing me, and him having boots and Necro already. I get saved by the Earth Spirit there, and I had to pop my salve because these spiders were still attacking me. I have a nice dodge on a tornado there. For some reason, Slaughter decides to keep going in, gets a nice double stun, but we really need to back up. We got Brood on our tail. They're about to get surrounded. As you can see, Brood helps finish the kill there, and we need to back up. Terrorblade is now leading the last hit board. He's really come out of the early game real nice, undisturbed, and has decent amount of items where he can now push down towers. You can't really deny against a Terrorblade and an Illusion hitting for 200 damage in 12 minutes. Not going to happen. We're okay with the trade right now. We're trying to get any kind of trade possible, whether it's a kill or a tower. Just survive the early game, get to late game. So right now, Earth Spirit picks up a gem. This is where things get kind of ragey as well, being that they have superior killing power on us right now, and throwing a gem up to their team would basically, solidify the game. So I need to follow him around, make sure he's safe. I kind of mirror him at this point. Let him know I need to get my wards up as well, and get a little bit of map control and some space for our Terrorblade, who is becoming our carry at this point. We can see the Brood still pushing here, but we need to get these wards up, top priority. So I kind of mess up here, not being a, I guess, efficient support player. I should have thrown down my sentry first, and done a wave of terror to see if there was anything up there, and if there was, place a ward here or here instead, because now they know that there are 2 wards there and can eliminate it with 1 sentry, and basically it's inefficient for me. Alright, so we don't know that we're leading the last hit board. For all we know, they've been free farming their jungle. We've had no vision of it. They're taking towers. They should really be in the lead right now, which they are. We have almost 10k net worth at 14 minutes in. Pretty bad. Little skirmish here. The mana break kind of separates it all. Let's go back to the experience. 3,000 as well, not too bad on that. But the gold lead kind of scary right now, especially since they really drafted something greater than us, in that they don't have a really hard support. Their support's a Gyro, who obviously scales well late game, and if he's given space and some farm, can be a backup carry or another core player. So really they have 5 cores, and we're very scared that we have lost mid game on something that maybe we should have won early game, just because they have no supports. But nonetheless, I'm consoling everyone, trying to keep morale high, letting them know that we have the late game pushing power for the TB, as well as better team fight, which now I disagree with, but the more you kind of help your team out and kind of coddle them, maybe the better. All about the momentum and morale. So if you guys think you can win a team fight, more than likely you're gonna win it, just because you have the momentum and kind of the mental wherewithal. Alright, let's take a look at the levels. We have Terrorblade coming on top from the jungle now. And our Necro gets picked off here. We have the 3 next players for them: Brood, PA, and Invoker. And the rest of the supports. And unfortunately, our carry is level 8 at the bottom. Not where we want to be. So right now, a little more flame going on between Terrorblade and the Necro. Necro died up top, so Terrorblade, of course, said something a little snippy, and then went and bought the BOTs. And the Necro did not like that. Maybe he should have bought another mid-game item instead of such a late-game item. Yeah, debatable on that, but it'll prove worthy in a couple minutes, you'll see. So Terrorblade doing some pushing right now while her Spirit's caught out of position. He does. Does he give the gem up? Who has the gem at this point? So Slaughter was able to pick up the gem, and it helps him get a kill on the Brood here, who actually almost goes. Slaughter almost goes down as well. Up top, Terrorblade caught out of position, trying to split push. Gets the Invoker and smartly goes back and uses his illusion to finish off the tower. So he is very map aware and leads us to getting a couple things going our way, which help turn the tides. So we are losing map control slowly, but we do have some decent warding up. We do have the gem still, kind of afraid to go out, but we are getting some space for the Terrorblade and trying to get the Necro and the Slaughter to catch up to him. So I'm able to finish my treads, pick up some wards, and really just have a little bit of sustain and survivability to where I can't get picked off by the Brood in a couple seconds. So I want to kind of get out there and ward again with the Slaughter now that he has the gem, and make sure they don't have any vision on our side while Terrorblade is farming the jungle. We want to still give him maybe 10 minutes or so to farm it up. So he's using these BOTs pretty well to push out lanes and teleport to another lane to free farm and then knock down towers as well. So we have a little skirmish here. Slaughter misses the stun. Some nice kiting by the PA. I don't force him out because I want him to turn. He doesn't really listen. We end up getting the kill. We could have gotten the kill. Oh, we do. No. What do we do here? I forget. We're still chasing.
Perfect location.
Some nice stuns, and we finish him off with the missile. I didn't want to kind of steal a kill, but we needed a kill secure on that, and he also pissed me off mid-game and early game, so I wanted a little revenge kill. So worth it on my standpoint. Maybe not for the team, but I wanted some sweet revenge, so I got it. Gives me a nice little pocket of change here, and I decide to go for maybe a mid-game item to help my team. I'm able to, with a little bit of space, get some nice warding up. So I learned from my first mistake. Wave of Terror, don't see anything, so I'm safe to go kind of in here. Put a ward up, boom, we spot the Doom. He wraps around, and we go for another kill. Unfortunately, I get this kill as well. The TB's hitting so hard. The travel distance between the missile and him getting the kill, he would have finished him off by the time the missile got there. But nonetheless, we got a kill. Terrorblade's doing awesome on the farm. I'm able to get a decent farm for my mid-game item. I'm asking team what they want me to go, just kind of boosting morale. If they have an input on what my items are, they feel a little more confident about the game. So they're more willing to kind of invest their time and effort into it if they have a say. So I mentioned Blink. We decided not to go Blink on me because I can always get disrupted by a Scourged Earth, or maybe an Invis Spider or Broodling can cancel it. So 4 staff is better, and I decided to go for that. Let's take a look at their item progression now. We haven't visited them in a while. Invoker is sitting on Phase, Drums, and Orchid. Doing okay mid-game, but kind of trailing off now. The Doom is rushing. He got Treads, and looks to be rushing a Pipe for some reason. Really bad item choice. Yeah, there's his Pipe finished. He got it fast, but it doesn't do much. We have, myself, right-click. Terrorblade is 100% right-click. Earth Spirit has nice magic damage. But then the only other magic damage is the Necro. So not sure even Slaughter is all right click for the most part. We catch out the Brood here. Nice swap back into position and secure the kill. So I decide to grab the gem from Slaughter here pretty soon, just because I have mobility with swap, stun, and 4 staff. Kind of hard to get pinpoint down unless there's a huge team fight. Let's get back to them. The support Gyro has picked up Treads and a Ring of Aquila and a Point Booster, who we will later figure out is going for Ags for some reason. I've only seen it maybe once or twice in some pretty clowny pub stomps. Here we have Terrorblade pushing a little bit too far. He sees the TPs, he does not see the Invis Invoker. By then it's too late. And the TPs come in. He kills the Gyro, but has overextended, doing huge damage. But ends up going down. So a little bit too confident with our mid-game kill or two. I used this time to do a little farming myself. I got a ward up pretty deep over here just in case they smoke for a Roche Pit or anything, or I can see a courier chilling. I usually like to do that, but I also need, we'll figure out later, that I should have warded the Roche Pit a little bit better. Alright, back to the items. The Broodmother has the Necro 3 completed. For some reason not finishing up boots, maybe wanting to go transition into some BOTs, and starting an AC as well. The PA, their safe lane farmer, has some nice items for 23 minutes in. Battle Fury, Phase Boots, Helm of the Dom, and starting her BKB, which she desperately needs for these team fights. Let's go to items on our side. We just went over myself. Now we have the Terrorblade picking up SNY, which he got a little bit of flame for. I think it's a good item, especially on the TB who has illusions. You want a little bit of tankiness. You want them to be slowed up a little bit and extra move speed. He has some nice, movement speed. They pick up the Roche because of my poor warding. I don't see them slip in. Our Earth Spirit has picked up a Blink for some nice mobility. Slaughter still sitting on the same items, Blink, and just farming real poor in general. He's at 68 last hits, now worse than our offlaner. We're lucky, but we don't know it because their Doom is playing an awful game. 58 last hits, rushed a pipe, and has basically very limited effect on this game. We get a nice kill on the Brood, but overextend here. We didn't know the PA was behind, and we hightail it out of there. Alright, Necro has the Lincoln Sphere being completed. Not sure, maybe trying to escape a Doom target But usually against, you know, a PA, I don't like going just because, you know, one dagger at the start of a team fight will block that, and then she can still, you know, jump to someone and start attacking if they're smart enough, if they spot that. Alright, so we have recovered decently nice. Our top two carries are leading the Necro over the TB now. We have decent towers down. We're even with them right now. We have nice wards spotting any jungling going on right here, any movement across river, and right here with any smoke or access to the secret shop that they want. So I've recovered myself, doing some nice warding. I have stopped dying from the, I think I had the 3 deaths in the first 6 minutes. So I've stopped my awful feeding, and I've picked up some nice mid-game items, picking up that mobility 4 staff, and now I'm building into another nice mid-game item. I am building the drums of endurance next, just because it adds a little bit of tankiness, adds the aura for my team, and when it's active, a little bit higher attack speed and movement speed as well for any team fights, and then some just nice mana regen as well. Doesn't hurt, especially since now I'm carrying the gem. I need as much movement speed as possible. Get a nice swap here on the Invoker with my 4 staff. I have the gem now, but I am still too slow to catch this Invoker, who has the increased movement speed by going Flawless Wex. But nonetheless, I stay in vision, and we get the kill. So even with treads, Venge is a pretty slow hero at 345 move speed. Once I get my drums up, I'll have a little bit better, and here it is coming on the courier now. Just to stay in range as my carries chase down these people, while my gem vision stays on them. Alright, so Brood has not gotten any new items since maybe 15 minutes in the game. So we've done a great job of shutting the Brood down. As I said earlier, once a Brood kind of finishes their lane, it really kind of trails off because players in other lanes tend to not leave, and you can't really push them down without just fighting, doing a little team fighting. Alright, here the Terrorblade runs into the secret shop to finish up the Scotty. We see some vision up here that they're missing and decide to turn on the PA even though she has the Aegis. So we finish her off real fast. She BKB's quick out of the second one, and we see the team coming. So we decide to stay up on top here. I'm going to pause it here real quick. For them, this is not a fight you want to take. You have seen at least 3 or 4 heroes. You are down the Aegis. You are down a BKB charge on your carry. You do have the pipe, which is a little reassuring. But on our point of view, we have just killed the Aegis. We know our team is in the immediate area. We also know we have the high ground, which is huge in team fighting for vision. We have the gem, and we also know that Terrorblade has just picked up his Scotty and also just went into Metamorphosis form. So really kind of the best timing for us to take a team fight and really have the first 5-on-5 team fight that will kind of decide the game. So let's play this and see what happens. Gyro comes on top here. We get a nice double silence from the ES. Nice magic damage. Terrorblade going ham in the middle. I'm attacking my worst enemy, the fucking Broodling. And the right clicks come in with the damage of the Wave of Terror armor debuff. Right here I tell Starter I'm forcing him forward. He turns right at the last second. Not sure what that was about. So I'm forced to use my swap. Keep him in range. That gives me enough money to get my drums out, and we have convincingly taken the first 5-on-5 team fight and are pretty confident right now. And decide to push a little bit on the tower.
Is under attack.
So right now, Necro has almost finished Ags. We have the drums finished on myself. BKB finally picked up on Slardar. Even though Terrorblade went down, he is still doing awesome. And Ember Spirit, or Earth Spirit picked up a Veil. Alright, so we pick up mid tower, decide everyone needs to back and kind of reset our cooldowns, keep farming. I go ahead and do my job, warding up, getting some new vision, a little bit more aggressive on the wards now that we have a little bit of the momentum and the now map control. I like to play this ward because it gives vision of the lane here, also a path, all the entrance points to top, so if you're going to walk here, it's going to spot you out. It also is not the obvious ward spot that everyone picks here, so it's not going to get dewarded, it'll last the full duration. On bottom, we have a Doom going out on the Slardar, but Terrorblade is just deciding to man mode. I don't like this fight because we see our Necro's top, and I am not in position yet. We're telling them to kind of wait, but they get jumped, I believe, by the Doom. So, our players go down. I see I can't do anything here. I need to save the gem. I'm out. So, we get a little bit overconfident after our 5-on-5 engagement, and we toss a little bit down the drain. And at this point, I am trying to keep the morale high, but also let them know that even though we have started to come back, it can easily be thrown back to the other team. Gold graphs can go one way and then go back down the other. So we've seen the start of the correction here just from that small team fight, but we have, even though they took the first 15 minutes, that 5-on-5 engagement, huge XP boost, and also a huge net worth boost just from that team fight alone. We overcame looks like a 16,000 or so net worth and a about 7,500 experience gain from the last team fight in a couple minutes after that. So we regroup the team, decide to start going for some objectives and 5-on-5 fighting now that we know we can really take them and win it pretty convincingly. Terrorblade's still farming up, which is what we want. We have map control, we have the vision, we know where they are. We see him mid, we see him top. PA has picked up the BKB. Brood sitting on the same item still. Finished Aghanims on the gyrocopter. Doom has these same items. Looks like they're both going for AC maybe. We get a pick off on the Invoker because we have the vision of them jungling. Get a nice swap on the carry, force to BKB. Doom is triggered on the Lincolns, so obviously they were not watching what Necro is picking up. And we track down the Doom. So now, the Terrorblade hits Metamorphosis, and we are ready for uphill push. We pick off the PA because she had used the BKB earlier trying to run away, and for some reason stood on the high ground. And due to the Aghanims, she cannot buy back, even if she had the money, which she does not. So, very good opportune time. We have the Terrorblade huge pushing power. We got the pickoffs that we need. We were playing it safe in the mid game, and it's finally paying off. We finished 2 racks in about 40 seconds. We're feeling good. We know the PA is down without any possible buyback because of the Ags on the Necro. Great late game item. And we're going for the 3rd racks. So it looks like we're able to take 3 racks in about a minute and a half. Just huge.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
So, pretty safe at this point. I don't want to have anything thrown though, so I'm kind of sticking around, making sure teammates are safe. But at this point, we've really won the game. The Brood's nowhere to be seen, kind of split pushing bottom without a TP. Kind of ruins the game for them, as well as the Doom just not doing much this whole game. And let me remind you, this is now 40 to 50 MMR range. You should see players having more of an effect, knowing what item builds to go, but maybe not. Maybe they should be watching some helpful videos, maybe some of my videos, now that I'm pumping them out. But just having no effect in early and mid game, to where maybe they should have won because of the early lead, but they are not. Finally gets the Aegis triggered by the PA dagger and gets the Doom off, but too tanky at this point. We have too much mobility and control for them to even get near the doomed Necro, who was able to force death out of the way.
Triple kill.
So, you guys wanted to see a game where I had an awful beginning and our team had a bad start as well. We got to keep it in check early to mid game, take one or two awesome team fights, and kind of just catapult the comeback from there. So hopefully over the next few days, I would appreciate any advice. If you could leave a comment or post something on Reddit, I'd really appreciate it, as well as maybe subscribe and a like as well. I really appreciate the feedback you guys did on the first video, and I expect the same on the second. I also hope to be playing a couple games and get a replay or two that I can upload and record and do some analysis on in the next couple days. Always open to suggestions too for the next couple of videos. Maybe try to do an offlaner or something else out of the ordinary to kind of get a broad spectrum on things. But anyways, my name is the Ben German, and this was the second episode of Relax, You're Doing Fine. Thank you for watching. Bye.